Hello, my name is Navin Saxena, and I'm from the batch of 1989 in electronics and electrical communication. Um, so after finishing my degree here, I went and got my PhD from Harvard in electrical engineering and computer science. And after that, I joined Intel. I joined as a component developer there, making computer chips, microprocessors, and in time I took on some management responsibilities, and as I was growing the organization and taking on more and more responsibility, I realized that I needed some more business or more background in business side. And so I took an MBA actually, executive MBA from Cornell. And right now I'm in a startup within Intel, and it's been doing pretty well, and we've been growing the business. And so that's my background. In terms of which courses to take, I hire a lot of people who are masters mostly, and many of them are from India. And what we look for is actually not knowledge, but problem-solving skills, understanding the basics, and being able to communicate. And so I think in terms of courses, it'll be best for you to focus on those things. Make sure that your basics are strong, and in terms of breadth, you can take courses in different fields, but I think the basics are the ones to focus on, and really try to see if you can get more experience in those courses, meaning that hands-on work in this kind of basic courses gets you stronger there. The foundations have to be very strong. And in terms of coursework, I would say, my field is in semiconductors, so it's still doing well. I think it'll do well for a long time. So in terms of internships, I would say it's very important to have internships, not just as a qualification for your job, but also to get a feel for what's needed for you to get better prepared, so you can come back and in your area of interest you can develop some more insight and take some more courses there to better qualify yourself. Internships can be anywhere, but preferably in something that you are interested in. In terms of places to focus on, I think in general you should focus on things that are that you are really interested in. For example, if you're interested in a certain area, you really have to be kind of passionate about it. If you are in it just because it's something on the side, nowadays it's very hard to do really well if you're not passionate about it, because it takes a lot of effort to do well, and I think that you have to develop your passion for it. And there are many ways to develop it, so you've got to figure that out yourself. In terms of once you take a job, it's important again to create a good foundation. You take different assignments in different areas so that you get a strong base. And instead of trying to just climb up the ladder quickly, I would suggest that you stay in certain levels and get more and more experience in a lot of different areas in that field, and figure out which area that you really want to take to the next level. And I would say once you have established a strong foundation, it's time to kind of grow in your career and take on more and more responsibility. So that would be my advice, and that's what the advice I give to the young people who are just joining my team. I would say build your base first, and get a lot of different experience, so that once you are at a high level, you can kind of reach back and get that experience. It's an important thing to know something in a hands-on way. So, for example, if you are a director somewhere, and if you have just done one thing, then in the areas that you haven't done, it's not as comfortable. So if you have actually done some work in a wide variety of things, I think it's useful. Really, in the end, it's not which field that you're in. I think in terms of departments, which departments would be better, it's really hard to say. But I think whatever you do, again, as I said earlier, you have to have a passion for it. You've got to believe that it's something that you can, use to make a difference in this, whatever you're doing, whatever you believe in. I think that's really key. If it's technology and you want to change, affect the lives of people using technology, there are many ways to do it. It doesn't matter which department it is. So I would say find your passion for doing something different, and that would be my advice in terms of which areas to pursue.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.